What is up, guys? And welcome to another Forza Motorsport 4 live stream. And yeah, we're here tonight to play some more Forza Motorsport 4 for you guys and to have a fun evening continuing our little live stream we've been doing, our little live Let's Play. And yeah, I'm really excited to continue on this playthrough today for you guys. And yeah, I think last time we ended off completing a good portion of the early mid game, or not early mid game, but the early portion, like the earlier championships. Okay, there we go. Apparently, after eating dinner, I've lost my ability to speak. But yeah, so let's get underway. I got the game booting up here, and we're gonna have some fun tonight and have hopefully some good races today. Uh, Last episode, I know we ended off building the Mark IV R32 race car that we did, and that was a really fun build to do. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with that some more for you guys as well. All right, let's see. I don't remember what car I had set myself in. It may be the R32 that I. Yep, put myself in the R32. All right, on to the world tour. Where are we off to next?
Spain.
Spain. Are we going? Oh yeah, we're going to Barcelona. This is a track I know very well. Oh, and it's the lame one. So we have the A and S tours here. We'll do the S one, obviously, since I'm in the R32. I'm thinking about honestly building an S4 with the 302 to see how that is on S-Class. That might be easier than trying to drive the R32. So the R32, I think part of its issue is the short wheelbase it has. I think it's honestly killing it having such a short wheelbase. But we'll see how it does. The Catalunya National Circuit. It's a good track. Prefer the full circuit, but this track is like one of my favorites on the F1 calendar, and I had a pretty good esports win on Gran Turismo 7 on this track last year. It's a great track. So we've got a Reventon, a 599 GTO, a CC8S, a 12C, 458, an R8 V10, and an SLS, and then just my random blue Golf. We'll see how she does on this one. The R32 did give some good runs during the last episode at the end of the episode. See what she can do. Got a lot of pace. It fires out really well, and I think part of that is due to the weight. The 599 though is just pulling away. Ooh, got a little bit of a wreck there. That's okay. We'll rebound. Oh, lots of understeer there. Car's got some heavy understeer. I think the short wheelbase has a more of a snapping characteristic than understeer, but I'm having to really play defense here. But that 599 is very fast. Biting me in the butt, trying to play so hardcore. That was aggressive. There was no need to hit me, but all right. Man, that sucked. Freaking just understeered straight off track. This thing's really got some understeer today. I don't know what's going on with it. I feel like I can't push it at all. Come on. Is that even gravel? I don't understand the gravel physics in this game. I just it freaking stops me almost instantly. Can I get a second email confirmation on this pizza I ordered like forever ago? It should be. I've already ate it. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, back to this. For some reason, I got like I ordered pizza like forever. Oh crap. Well, that was a homicidal Koenigsegg. What was he doing there? Like, literally just came in so sharp on that line and just immediately, and see, that's my corner to have there, and he just freaking hit me. That's some aggressive driving from the AI. Car's taking a lot of damage this race, but we'll see. We'll see if we can rebound really well from it. Got 3 laps on this track. Still trying to play that game to this day. This is my first time ever really giving this game that much time. I mean, like I've been playing, the PlayStation side of things for years, but I was like, a lot of people said Forza 4 was like peak Forza. So I was like, if I'm going to do a live Let's Play, why not play the one that's allegedly peak Forza? I played 6 and 7, which I really like 6 and 7. I think I prefer 6, but I put a lot of time in 7 lately, but I think it's because it's the newest of the bunch. But so far, I've really actually enjoyed this game. Don't quite know if I like it more than 6, but maybe if I played this game when it came out, I'd like it more. That Koenigsegg is impressive. Yeah, same here. I played I played Gran Turismo for my entire life, and still do. I mean, I still prefer Gran Turismo over Forza. Well, like I was talking to my friend yesterday, and me and him are both like amateur level esports drivers in Gran Turismo 7. And when I told him, I prefer Forza's multiplayer experience to an extent, in that you can do multi-class racing, which is something that Gran Turismo does not like to do. And if I hadn't the grapple physics in this game are so broken. In real life, that would not bring you to a dead stop like that. Anywho, but Gran Turismo, you can't do that. So, and there's also not a good way to restrict to a certain level of car. Like, you can do performance point restrictions, but if you're trying to sit in a really narrow specific class, it's tricky because it's like, you're stuck with people running tomahawks all the time, and it ruins the experience to me. If I hadn't freaking dirt drop there, I'd be leading this race pretty easily. But now I gotta freaking fight this AI that's slower than me but defends so hard. I'm gonna rely on late braking and powering through here. See if we can manage this comeback here. This 599 is quick, but apparently I've got the cornering power. So we get on the Koenigsegg here on the inside. There's a little bit of roughness, but she's banged up pretty good, but that is a dub nonetheless. Only bought my PS3 in 2017, so I got a lot of catch up to do. Maybe when I'm about 60, I have time to play all the games I have. I get that. I only just recently got a 360. I had, like I said, I've been playing on the PlayStation side of things for years, since I was like very young. We had 2 PS3s when I was a kid. Not at the same time, but we killed one, I think, and then we got another one. And I didn't play online until like 2012. So like right before Gran Turismo 6 came out. I don't know why this keeps happening. I keep getting disconnected from Xbox Live, which is fine because that's freeing up bandwidth. I'll come back to that while I'm looking at this. This is like peak cars to me right here. Oh man. Now here's the thing. I love the E30 M3. It's one of my favorite cars to ever leave Germany. However, the 190E is just as equally good, and I think it's excuse me, to me, when I think of motorsport and Mercedes, this is what comes to mind. Not quite the CLK GTR, despite the fact that I think it was Peter Dumbrick's car and the 1999 Le Mans went flying. I think it was Dunberg. I know two of them did that weekend. But to me, the 190 is a lot more iconic. So I think I'm going to go with the 190, and I think we're going to actually build this car because I have a love for these cars. I really wish the online servers were still up so I could get the 190 touring car livery off of the little livery thing. So my understanding it's long been shut down, but yeah, like I've been playing through. I did a playthrough of Gran Turismo 2, which was like one I missed out on when I was a kid because I was born the year 2 came out, and then I played 3 growing up. I missed out on 4 because I didn't have access to the internet until I was like 9. So I was at my parents' choice. They just didn't want me on the internet when I was young, and you know, I got a 5 prologue from a Blockbuster. And I eventually got Gran Turismo 4 when I was like 12. We have so many diesel 190s here in Portugal. It's insane, man. I know my cousin just got back from Germany, and I did not realize, one, how common manual transmissions are over there, and 2, how common diesels are over there. Like over here in the States, like diesel cars like are such a rarity. My cousin actually owns a Passat TDI, so he's one of the few people I know that own a diesel car in the States. And, you know, the States, unfortunately, and this is coming from someone who owns an automatic, relies a lot on autos. But I just thought it was so cool how crazy the car scene is over there when it comes to just the popularity of diesels and the popularity of manuals over in Europe. That's right. I was gonna say I was gonna build the 190. I forgot all about that. Diesel is cheaper here to an extent. I think, depending on where you are, I live near a pretty metro city, like a pretty big city, and so our diesel isn't quite as cheap. And I think it doesn't help that the majority of vehicles utilizing the diesel here are giant trucks. Do I really want to do the all-wheel drive conversion, or was it? I can't remember if the actual race car was all-wheel. I don't think the actual race car was all-wheel, but I do think it was turbocharged. Let's see, we'll do the Forza Aero on this thing. Oh, little stock wings gotta stay on, interesting. And have better mileage and last more. Yeah, I much prefer diesel longevity, but unfortunately, we don't get the Golf GTD here, and I would have bought one in a heartbeat if they did. So, shocker here, putting BBSs on it. Yeah, like U.S. diesel is definitely not up to snuff at all compared to what you guys got over there. We'll put a dog box in this thing too, just because I love dog boxes. Gear wine's like one of my favorite things. I'm not screwing with the differential though. I don't know how to mess with that, so I don't want to try it. I just realized I have gotten myself broke. Oh man, I did not even realize that. I spent every single credit I had there. Oops. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just buying parts. Let's see, are there any cars I could get rid of? I think I've won all of these. Except for these two. I don't know. I like my S5, but it's probably one of the crappier cars I have. The R32 is fast, but it doesn't handle very well. But I own a Volkswagen, and I love Audis, so it's like... But granted, I'm planning on just replacing it with an S4 3-liter anyway, since that car got its time in the limelight, and I think the lighter front end on the supercharged motor would be better to have. So I'm going to do that. Get some cash back, and we'll put some more money on the 190 a little bit, try to get this thing a bit more turn up. We'll do some weight reduction. And we'll do cams first. I don't know how much power we're going to gain out of this thing. 420 horsepower is no slouch. I think it's top 700's like 700 is top of S. Gosh, I spent all my money again. Am I gonna have to sell the R32 to be able to afford everything I need? Yeah, I got that S5 because one of my best friend who's he was in the chat in the first episode. He ironically enough owns a Speed 3 too, but I can't sell it. He was watching, so I was like, I'm gonna get an S5, and I like it, but it just doesn't handle very well. Like, this thing handles better, but it's still nothing crazy. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I probably should have done the 190 as an A-class car. But we'll just run with it as like a mid-S tier. Even if it's not as competitive. This is the World Championship race too, so this might be a bad choice running this instead of the R32. Because I think the Golf's got much better configuration for something like this. But screw it. We're going to make it work. I wish I could have gotten the livery, but I think I have it on 7. Yeah, in real life though, I mean, like I said, my best friend has an S5, but he has the 3-liter model, not the 4.2, and his drives fantastically. That thing handles on rails, but it's like the GTR to me in video games, where like every time I've ever driven a GTR in a video game, I've hated it because it feels heavy. And but in real life, they're apparently like one of the best handling cars ever made. But I hate how they drive in video games because they just feel heavy. And that's the same thing with the S5. The S5 felt heavy. So maybe doing an S4 with the 3-liter might feel a bit better because it's holy wheel spin. Oh, we are getting absolutely crapped on. Yikes. Maybe investing all that money in the 190 wasn't the best move. Because I am getting absolutely curb stomped. I blame the wheel spin off the line, though. That was pretty brutal. Oh, speaking of GTRs. Oh, hello. That was a traffic jam. I think it's the first time I've done a rear-wheel drive race. Because I think most of the cars I've raced have been front or all-wheel. Well, actually, no, I did the Renault 5. I did the Renault 5 on that autocross thing at the end of last episode. Man. Gonna fight the oversteer pretty hard, but I guess I need to watch the Pensacola R34 and Gran Turismo 2 is lit. The older ones, like the old RB26 cars, feel fantastic in games. It was like one of my favorite chassis to drive, but for some reason the R35 in specifics feels so heavy. I am so sorry, LFA. That is like my, if I ever get screw you money car, that's what I'm buying. Like if I just become a billionaire out of nowhere, my first order of business is an LFA and then a GT2 RS. Hey ho, I'm there, yo. Welcome back. And I've been seeing you in your last couple of streams. Thank you for tuning in. Gonna have a Kevin Magnussen level comeback in this car. Maybe. I mean, 2022 Kevin Magnussen, not 2023 Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, we don't have a lot of R35s around here, but when they do come around, it's always a bit of a show. But they just look heavy. Oh, holy wheel tire oversteer. Come on, I want to at least fight for a podium in this car. And I think it's got it if I can just get better control. And if I didn't completely botch the launch at the beginning. Try to see if I can fire out on the inside here in the 458. But he's got a lot more speed like on corner exit than I do. I think that mid-engine layout and the fact that it's a 458, which is one of the best NA engines ever, is helping out a lot there. Ah! I'm not trying to hit you. I know that repair bill is going to be expensive. It's wanting to snap. I think we'll see where we end up here, but I may wind up exiting this and switching back to the Golf because this was quite disappointing. Oh goodness. Yeah, I think that's GG's. We have even less here in Portugal. I wanted to join the last stream too, but it's too late for me. It's 3 a.m. here right now. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it was going full Drift King there for a minute. Unintentional. Unintentional Drift King. I forget, like, there's such a huge time difference because I'm assuming both of y'all are in. I mean, I know obviously Portugal. But I'm guessing General Grievous, you're in Europe. Because I think that's the only place I can think of off the top of my head that's got that big of a time difference between here and the States. Or the States and Europe is the only place I can think. You get the idea. I'm struggling on my words today. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Wow. Yeah, it's not even 9 p.m. where I'm at. Okay, the Golf should have no trouble with this. I think Europe is correct. Germany especially. My cousin, I was just saying a minute ago, my cousin just got back from Germany. I want to visit one day. It's on my list. He was studying abroad in Germany, and he visited Nürburgring a couple times, and he spent most of his time in Munster, is where his study program was, and he had a great time, and it's on my list of places to visit one day. Okay, time to get revenge for how bad the 190 was crapped on. Maybe I should have done the all-wheel drive conversion. I was like, I don't know. I want to see where let's do the race car, but maybe I would have won if I had done that. Down the inside here. Oh! For having race brakes, this thing's got some crap brakes. Come on. Let's see. Dive bomb the McLaren a little bit there. That's like my favorite McLaren. I know that's a hot take. A lot of people love the P1 and like the 765 LT. I'm a very big MP4 12C guy. I love those cars. Okay, so we're in P4. The front end's absolutely slaughtered, and that MP4 is rolling in. Man, that's a lot of top end. 3 wide though. That's kind of cool to see. And I'm about to just completely ruin their party because I'm like dive bombing. Ooh. Try not to hit the Lambo here. I don't think the Aventador was like out to like a year later after this game came out. Well, if the Aventador was in this game, I want to say it was. I think 2011 was first model year. Uh-oh. Just pretend I didn't do that. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. A little bit of a lift there. And we're in the lead. All right. The R32's definitely got a lot more pace for something like this. It is definitely understeering a lot, though. You could see the tire marks. It did not want to make that corner at all. Man, that Remington is so fast. I got to rely on late braking so hard with these faster cars. Oh yeah, the AI in Forza is significantly more aggressive. And by aggressive, I also mean incompetent. Because Gran Turismo's AI is coded really well, where they're able to tell when there's a blue flag condition. Specifically Gran Turismo 7. I do a lot of online races, not like the sport mode stuff, but like just general online races. Like I said, me and one of my friends are, I guess you could say, amateur esports. We did a couple amateur esports seasons last year, and you know that was one thing. I think the AI drives better than a lot of real people do, and that's kind of scary. Especially when they did the update with PSVR. For some reason, the AI, I don't know if it was just me, the AI got a lot smarter on that update. Because I think it was also the same update Gran Turismo Sophie was implemented. But I didn't have a PS5 at the time, so I didn't get to mess with Sophie. I have one now, but at the time that that update first came out, I didn't. But yeah, I think the Forza AI is just like programmed, stay on the racing line and fight. Which is what, you know, makes it seem like they're defending or things like that. I think Forza's AI is like, it's a lot better now in 7, but I know that was like a hot point for the new one that comes out later this year. Okay, so we got Heat 2. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully with a bit more power here. Let's see what we got. I don't know why I did that. It's the same grid. It's the same exact grid from last race. But are we going to reverse now, or is it still the same layout? Oh, it's just the same thing. We're just doing the same race twice. Interesting. I'm trying not to bang it off limiter. I banged it off limiter to launch, and then let out when it said go, and I just bogged it. Great start. Poor Mercy, just getting clapped. Love the Mercy. The 458 is so fast. But fortunately for me, I'm good at late braking, but also apparently bad at the same time. So I was about to say good at late braking, and then I just completely pummeled the back of that 599. Used to be like my favorite Ferrari when I was a kid, the 599. Ooh, the 911 played defense, but it opened them up for me as I understeered to the dirt trap. Are you on a 360 or backwards compatible? I'm on a 360. I didn't know this game was backwards compatible on an Xbox One because I've had one for years. I know Forza Horizon 1 was backwards compatible on Xbox One. Yeah, I'm playing this natively on the 360. Indy fan. I'm not that big of a fan of this track. I do like this track, but not that crazy. It's on my bucket list to go to the Indy 500 one year. I don't care about NASCAR, but IndyCar is like as close as we'll get to like a Formula 2 style series here. It's like a weird middle ground between Formula 2 and Formula 1. I want to visit the big three though, the Triple Crown. Go to all three. I also don't know. Just asking. Yeah, I wish it was. I could have saved $100-something. I think Forza Horizon 1 is backwards compatible. I don't think any of the motorsports were. I have to do more research on that. I think you can probably mod an Xbox One at least to run it backwards. Maybe the Series X and SR. I don't have experience with that. I'd have to do some research. My brother happens to have a Series S, so maybe I can ask him. But granted, I don't think the Series S had a disc drive, so it wouldn't do anything really. Oh man, that Revington went way off into the gravel there. And apparently so did I. This corner kills me no matter what sim I'm on. If I can be on a Seto, and that corner will get me. The understeer is killing me in these low-speed corners. On the high-speed stuff, the R32 is pretty all right, but these low-speed stuff, it's really, really, really tearing me up. Let's see if we can try some drafting here. It's worth a shot. I knew the 599 was going to have superb, like, straight line. Let's see if we can reel him in. Reel him in loosely. I didn't mean like fully. Oh, sorry. At least you're artificial and don't have feelings that I'm aware of. I think Gran Turismo Sophie, yeah, that one actually does have emotions. That's scary. And quite banged up, but across the line. Oh, the 509 was reeling me in there. We got level 13. What's going to be our driver award cars this time? Oh, man. Let's see what we got. Please give me something I'll actually have a hard time choosing. That did not happen. Okay, so we got the Touareg R50, which I think is the 5-liter TDI. We have a Range Rover Supercharged, which I'm not crazy about. I don't find this generation of Range Rover attractive at all. We have a Q7 V12 TDI, and that would be pretty alright. Grand Cherokee SRT8, which probably if I was going to pick an SRT-A to be this one, and a Ram SRT-10, which as an American, I feel like is probably the default choice, but I'm a Euro guy. I prefer European cars significantly to my own country's cars, but so I'm leaning more towards the Touareg or the Touareg and the Q7. But I think the Touareg is probably the better option. Go with the Touareg. And this being an R model, blue is the fastest color.
Excellent job. You have graduated.
All right, so we cleared the Sportsman Series, little Scirocco GT action.
For the Semi-Pro Series.
So we're up to the Semi-Pro.
The Semi-Pro Series.
This is where stuff's gonna start getting fast.
Faster cars, and will introduce you to some.
I hope we don't see any bone stock Elises. I feel like that would be like a freaking monster on these tracks. So where's our first race at?
The next race takes place on the cobblestone streets of Italy's coastal
Rally di Positano. This is a new one I've never done before. Euro Hatch Challenge, VW Showcase. Man, these are like the slow ones. Oh man, we're going back down to slow speeds. That Mark V looks familiar on this picture here. Do I have any cars that are legal for this? I mean, I do, but none of them are B class. I think VW. I think I could take the. I mean, even the Touareg's way out of contention there. Oops, I don't think I was meant to do that. Why did they drop down? I mean, we had S-Class races for a minute there. I guess let's do a B-Class Volkswagen build. I ain't mad. It gives me an excuse to buy another one. I could probably build my Mark II that I used earlier, save some money. And I think we're already in C in this car, are we not? Luckily for me, it's all free stuff now, so we're gonna mess around with that. Since I've got my affinity levels on. I love that this is the thing. I can build these cars so quick and cheaply. What else do I need to do? Valve train. Board out. We can get that 2-liter action. You're right, I just checked in 360's Forza Motorsports are not backwards compatible, only Horizon is. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. Like, it makes no sense. We're really cranking this motor up. Have I done suspension mods? Or something feel like a real idiot? Oh, it's on decent suspension. It'll do. Our tires. We're only on a street tire. This thing's gonna really suck. We're gonna do this, and I think we're gonna go back and we're going to dip the power down on this thing. See if we can remove to make it a tad slower. Try to get it back down to just over the. There we go. Back to stock displacement. This sucks. I was kind of excited about having a big 2-liter Mark II. So we are at 263 horsepower, 2,500 pound weight. I mean, this thing should be fairly quick. And we're on slicks, so this thing should handle well too. Let's see how this goes. We'll do the VW showcase, so we're only racing other Golfs and Jettas and stuff like that. Maybe we'll be a bit more competitive. And like being put in a class against the freaking like Clio V6 and stuff. Like, I want a good shot at winning some things. So, I've never done this track, so I'm going to apologize in advance if I do terribly. Okay, we got R32 Mark 6 GTI. We got a Scirocco GT, a Mark 5 GTI, a Bora Jetta, Mark 2, which is me, a Mark 3, and a Corrado. pickups. Light the tires up. I like the scenery. That looks pretty cool. This is a really tight track, though. There's not a lot of room to overtake here. Oh, down the inside a little bit there. Didn't quite pay out. That Corrado is like right there. Ow. It's getting sandwiched over here. Oh, the Jetta's in the wall. It's a lot harder than I expected it to be. The track's widening up a little bit, it looks like. So we're on the Traco. Okay. Those two are going to be fast. The Mark 6 and the R32. See if I can get around these guys here. Ah, the Mark 6 really defended that. Again, my corner to have there. So this is where the R32 really has an advantage, though, because this all-wheel drive is probably more torque than I do, even with a blower. Like this thing being supercharged. I effectively built a G60 swap with this car. That was kind of my idea. Probably could have been more aggressive in that corner. I wasn't even losing grip. On the inside. Oh, did it pay off? Kind of, but not really. There it went. But that cost me a little bit. Probably should pay attention to what's ahead of me. It's really darty. Maybe the slicks were a little bit overkill, but it's really darty. Okay, so we get a clean couple of laps now that I've got the race lead. Even though I'm going to have to play defense a little bit because that R32 is very fast. Mix of Monaco GP and City d'Aria. Man, I have such a love-hate relationship with City d'Aria. Coast City d'Amalfi, love that track. City d'Aria, not so much. That track, the narrowness of that track really irritated me. But yeah, I do see the similarities to Monaco, just like with the scenery and how like narrow the track is. I totally see it. I really wish they'd bring back the Monaco circuit to Gran Turismo or Forza for that matter. I don't think Forza's ever had it, but because it was in the old games. It's called de jure, but I hope that's pronouncing it the right way. I don't know French, but like that'd be kind of cool. I mean, we got Dragon Trail on Gran Turismo 7, which I mean has some elements of Monaco in it. It's not like Monaco at all, but there's a chicane that's I think it's called Swimming Pool in the real track. But yeah, this track does have a lot of like City d'Aria vibes to it, but I like it more than City d'Aria because that track is brutal on GT4. It would help if I wasn't paying attention, but got the game volume turned down so low. Can't hear it very well. This thing's really darty. Handling on this is actually pretty good, but I think part of it's the low power number. Not low not low relatively speaking, but. Okay, all right. Oh, flat out there. Okay, little Mark II. Some good handling. Didn't think that could go flat out through that corner. That sector kind of reminded me of Trial Mountain on Gran Turismo. That like last little bit with the mountain wall being the only kind of wall you have. Took some good damage, but still got a pretty good, you know, haul from it in terms of cash. That was pretty good. I mean, it was a hard race, but that's kind of why I didn't overbuild that car. Let's see what we got next.
Now it's back to
Going back to the
Georgia
States. Man, their carbon footprint is so bad.
course.
Oh, home track. Okay, we're doing the full circuit, or is it just the club circuit again? Oh, yes, sir. Excuse me. Let's see if I can swap to an S-Class car and be able to race. We'll pop back into the R32. Oh, man, come on. It's an A-Class event, at least. I don't know if any of my cars are A. Well, the Mark II is A. No, the Mark II's B, but it could be A if I did anything with it. Is it? Now I'm regretting getting rid of the S5 because that was my A-Class car. I can sell the 190. I guess because I put all those mods into it. But do I want to do that? I mean, I like this car, but I mean, it was pretty rough. Very rough to drive. Maybe we'll try something not European this time. I mean, my entire garage has been Euros. So let's see, or German more specifically, but let's see. Like, nothing's really enticing me. You know, like, I mean, I'm not building a Fusion or a Taurus. The Focus RS front wheel drive probably be pretty rough. The GT is way out of my price bracket. As good as that would be to have, I do like the GT. I'm not driving a GMC Cyclone. I think we got the S2K. SK would be a good choice. It's a good car. Then the NSX. Man, the Takata Dome car is such a good looking car. NSXR looks pretty good, but it's out of my price. I could buy the old one, but I can't buy the 05 model. Genesis would. I think the Genesis weighs a lot. I mean, they're 3,500 pounds. Isn't bad. Kia doesn't have any of the the Stinger. Nothing. Stinger wasn't even out when this game came out. I can't afford any of these. I just wanted to look. See, Inventor wasn't in this game. This is such a weirdo car, like the Mura concept. I wish I would have kept that. Oh, it's in Lexus. Definitely can't afford that. Remember when LFAs were 350 grand? ISF would be good. I have a friend who's in the market for an ISF. An Exige would be fun. I haven't seen the Fieri in many racing games. FTO, that's an interesting car I haven't seen in a while. I've done too many Evo builds in my life. So I'll put my money where my mouth is. Can I get an R35? Is that a... yeah, why is that here? Do I put my money where my mouth is? I can't get an R35. Darn. Maybe if I sold the R32, my Golf, but... What's an Oldsmobile? Oh, the 442. Could get another Opel Speedster. I do like that car. Get the Esperante. I mean, this is a home built car for me. It's in Plymouth. Just some classics. Oh, thank goodness, my favorite GTOs in here. Clio V6. That'd be fun. Clio V6 would be pretty good, but I feel like that'd probably not be the best handling car in the world. Can't get that. Got Subaru, the Legacies. I do like the Legacy. They don't have the old. Oh, that in mind. That is right there. Toyota. We have like something crazy. Man, Mark IV for 28K. Still feel bad for the Furai. Only one existed to burn it down. Yeah, I hate that hearing that story because I love the Furai. I would also love to have a TSO20. Vauxhall. We got here in Vauxhall. It's kind of fun. VX220. The Insignia VXR. We got this here as a Buick, and I can't remember. I think it's a Regal. I think it's a Regal here in the States. I just can't remember if it was. Oh, this is a 2.8 liter. I don't think ours was a 2.8. I think ours was the Cobalt SS motor. Or I guess it'd be the same as the Astra VXR for you for their Euros. I'm having a really hard time picking what to do here, guys. Like I obviously don't want to build a bunch of Volkswagens, even though it's my brand. Let's go back to Nissan. See what 370Zs are sitting at in price on this game. 34K, and it's already an A-Class. I mean, that actually might be a pretty good choice. Let's see if I can text my friend who just got his back on the road. Text him first so he can come watch. See if I can get him to come watch while we do this, because he's a big fan of these cars. And he owns one. Let's see. We'll do yellow as like a tribute to the Pennzoil cars of old. Maybe there's a Pennzoil brand decal we can use. So we're not gonna go nuts. I think A-Class is what we're after here. Yeah. I'll see what 6-cylinder. I mean, they pay out the same. 6-cylinder might be fun though. Just doing a bunch of 6-cylinder cars. All right, let's do some work. So we got Nismo. Is this V1 Nismo? V1 Nismo is such a good looking bumper. I don't know if that's the V2 Nismo bumper. I don't think it is. Or we're going after. We're going more for a race car look. Nismo wing looks pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, I think the V1 Nismo bumper will be our choice here on that one. I wanted a Z Nismo, but I was horribly lambasted for the idea of having a automatic Z. So I did not do that. I think we'll kind of half widen the fronts. Nothing crazy. The rears we're gonna go thick. And of course, signature wheel choice. Shocker there. Better save some money on the drivetrain side right now so we can focus on going top of A-Class. We're going to leave it NA for now as well. We're going to do full exhaust. And we'll give it some torque. Ooh, we broke straight into S-Class. Let's see if there's anything we can do to like, barely get us to do with the oil upgrades. Do a flywheel. There we go. All right, top of A-Class. Says it needs boost. Do we boost it, fellas? Oh, Tyler's in the chat now, my guy. The owner of the Z in real life. What we boosting? We doing twins? We doing twin screw? We doing centrifugal? We doing Paxton? I mean, we got to stay in A-Class, so I mean, it's not like I can go nuts, but may have to actually take weight reduction back out of it if we're going to boost it. Maybe VA swap it. I'm gonna just go VR38. Just screw it. What are we doing? Need a vote. Are we doing twins? We doing roots? We doing centrifugal? We staying in A? And I've already built the car in A. Centrifugal barely put us over S. We're trying to do A class, top of A, so I can't go over 600. Centrifugal keep us to the top of, or keep us close to the top of A. Twins will put us way over. But that 20 horsepower increase, I mean, I can just crank the weight up a little bit and it'll be fine. So I think we did full weight reduction on the car already. Leaning towards centrifugal. Just to get a little bit more power out of it, but also not breach A. Lose cams and then add boost. I see what you're saying. Okay. Did I put cams on this thing? I didn't. I think we can dial this back. Can we not? Or what could I dial back? Okay. There we go. Perfect. Lose a decent bit of power, but well, apparently it was already bored out at 3.8 for some reason. We'll see if we can do like a Pennzoil rep livery. See if that's a crap. Okay, I get it. There's no save files found. Okay. I got a busted controller. Ah, nice. I think the Pennzoil cars had like a black kind of side. What shape's that? Did I completely scroll past that? There we go. That's what I was looking for. I think it's a little farther forward. I think like that. Could be wrong. Of course, we popped some BBS wheels on it, so I'll put a little BBS decal. Let's do here. Then all we gotta do is just come here, insert all, go to the rear bumper, just wrap it black. Oh, whoops. Is this one of those things where it's in the other category or something, or is it on the roof? It's like a roof thing. Can I move the camera? Oh, thank goodness. GT, I can't do that. It just freaks the game out. Okay. Come back to here. There's another Pennzoil logo. We can pop on the back. Just to free it all up. And in honor of Tyler's Instagram name, we'll throw 94 being the number. Wait a second. Oh. I remember you played football. Like, was 94 your number too? Did we share the same number? Because my number was 94 when I played ball. Oh, that's gonna look funky. A little bit of sneakiness. Oh, it was just that you were born in 94. Yeah, I wish there was a... Oh, well, I actually think if I did the race exhaust, it would come with like some sort of single exit. I'll have to go look again. I am willing to take a penalty on power or weight to throw that on there. To put this here. Did not want to do that. Or that, actually. Born in 94, played 75 and 76. Okay, you shared a number with my brother. I think my brother wore 76 one year. Okay, I think our livery is good to go. I think the wheels need to be a different color, though. I don't know why the RSGTs are always white. Let's see. Hopefully the stream looks better. I've been messing with the settings on OBS, trying to get this to look really good. So hopefully there's been a noticeable jump in quality. I don't know if it's a latency setting on YouTube I need to change now if it still looks pretty bad. But yeah, let's see what this thing can do. Actually, I want to see if the exhaust does anything. I did go V1 Nismo on the back. It's got a V1 Nismo bumper. I've already got a race exhaust, so apparently it doesn't do single exit. That's lame. Gran Turismo will do it. Because I recreated Tyler's Z on Gran Turismo. I did probably like 20 or 30 laps of Road Atlanta last night on Forza 7, so I think I'm pretty warmed up for this race. There's our Pennzoil Z. Hopefully I can make Tyler proud of driving a Z. Home track too. Something. Oh boy. Can't drive this like the 919 though. Alright, so our grid, we've got NSX RGT. Yikes. We got a B8S4. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. R34 GTR, another 370, E46 M3, us, an NSX, and an Audi TT. So I'm assuming it's a V6 TT. Trumpets for the win. See what our little, I guess you could call it a Paxton car can do. Alright, come on, Z. Come on, this thing is like as tough as A-Class can get. Oh, we're freight training a little bit. Try not to hit anybody, and that's going to be the other issue. I've not been good at that today. Oh, it's got a little bit of snap to it. All right, thanks for hitting, bud. I think this car's definitely got the top end for these guys. That's a nice color on the R34. I don't know if that's a factory color or not. That orange looks good. See that S4 is going to try to squeeze me off here on the line here. Try to dive inside here. A little sketchy maneuver. Okay, yep, squeeze me, that's fine. Draft the 3-0, shoot around it. Don't run me in the grass, please. This thing's darty. Like, I'm barely touching the joystick, and it just wants to send itself flying off track. Like, it's really sensitive steering. I ain't mad about it. Now, see, this corner is where the death of me is on this track. That was a good move. I'm not trying to take this flat out. Most games I can get away with going flat out in this corner. Forza's one I've not been able to do it successfully in most cars. Outside of the 919. This car drives fantastic though, as I snap oversteer into an NSX. Oh, curb got me a little bit. Yoink. It has a little bit of snap oversteer to it, but just like enough to where you can catch it pretty easily. It's pretty neutral. NSX is fast, but I am faster. See if I can nail this. And I totally nailed it, guys. Fantastic. Huh, 102 carrying through this, still pretty quick. Oh, goodness. Phew. Okay. Feels weird doing this on controller after doing it on a wheel for so long. Oh, that was rough. Uh-oh. Yeah, Zach's caught back up. Being too sloppy this lap. Getting comfortable. It's screwing me over. Nope. Nice try. And I almost botched it. That S4 is keeping up pretty well. We'll run away from him a little bit here. I like this though. Like out of all the A-class cars I've ever built, this is probably one of my favorite ones. I can't say the same for Gran Turismo, but like this drives so well in this game. I think this drives better than GTRs in racing games. Like I said, the R35 just feels heavy in games, and this feels like lightweight and easy to drive. Like for an oversteer balance car, like it's a way better driver. And across the line. Somewhat easy dub. And no damage bonus for the first time in a while. Getting snaps on playing. Level 14 driver reward. Okay, what are we getting? Tyler, since you're here, I want your opinion too, because we've been getting some fire car choices lately. Let's see if we get some good choices here. Please don't let me get something bad this time. All right, we're starting off pretty good. All right, so we're in advanced tuners. We got SW20 MR2, which is a death trap, but so cool. Peak Eclipse, 2G is freaking amazing. DC2 Integra Type R, also amazing. S15 Spec R, really good car, and an EK9 Type R. The inner DSM fanboy is telling me the Eclipse, but I'm also leaning pretty hardcore towards the Hondas, because these are like childhood like dream cars for me. I idolized these two cars when I was little, and all I wanted was a DC2 when I was younger. On a public vote here, fellas. What are we doing? Are we doing the DSM, the ITR, or the CTR? What are we thinking? I'm getting hung up on my chair over here. I'm really torn here, because like DSM, like 4G63 life, or get another front-wheel drive car. I don't know, guys, because these two are fantastic. I mean, the S15 is good too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to throw shade at the S15. Y'all saying S15? Any other votes here? S15 would be a good choice. Let's do S15. And since I didn't get the Z in red, I'll get this in red. Let's see what our next event choices are. Where are we headed to next, game?
Today, It's back to the
We're headed
sun-baked desert of
to
Arizona for an event
Sedona. I think we've done
Raceway
Sedona
Park.
before. Yeah, we did, because I remember I
An
struggled
oval
in the
race
R32.
races
Oh,
against a
goodness, a
full
Super
field in
Speedway
a
series.
high-speed oval track.
Oh, perfect. Tyler's going to love this. Freaking Nissan Z Showcase event. And it's a Speedway race. I know Tyler loves NASCAR. We're doing NASCAR now. I hate myself for that joke so much. Get it with a Z. See how this goes. No more crappy puns. I'm not good at oval tracks, I will say. See, someone got my joke. Someone got my joke. It was bad, but someone got it. Oh, I was really thinking we were gonna get some cool stuff here. It's all 370s and 350s and two 300s. Let's see what our we got a lot more drag, so that might. Oh, it's a standing start too. That's weird. We'll just roast the tires up pretty good. Let's see, head on to the bank. Ow. Okay, I'm kind of surprised. I figured with the extra drag from the arrow, we would be really slow. And this black one's running away a little bit, but it grips really well. We'll do some drafting. Can't be a NASCAR race without some drafting. It's funny I'm talking about like having like more aero really screwing me up. A NASCAR for a brief minute had GT style wings. I remember that, and that in my opinion was like peak NASCAR styling for a minute. Whereas I don't pay attention to NASCAR anymore, but when I was younger, I kind of did. Kind of. I find oval track racing kind of boring personally. I like road course stuff. And when NASCAR does road courses, I'll watch. Hey, White back in the chat. Four laps of this too. I'll just kind of be in the what do they call it? Apron? I think that is. Like I said, I don't watch oval racing very much. More of a road course kind of guy. This thing's actually doing pretty good. I'm kind of surprised about it. I expected this car to be terrible on this condition. Doesn't hit the wall. Mainly a fan of older NASCAR, like circa late '90s through the early 2010s. Like I said, I didn't watch it as a kid very much, and the little bit I did watch of it was like, crap, what was that? 2011, I think. It was 2011. I watched a little bit of it, but like I said, I found oval track racing kind of boring to watch. But whenever they go to like road courses, like I can get down with that. I still go to races regularly. I kind of want to go to one. I think when they come back around to where I live, which I think is coming up soon. I have to ask Tyler, who was in here earlier. He's one of the moderators here. I think he goes to these races pretty regularly. I go see if I can enjoy it live. And another dub.
Today you'll revisit Switzerland and
Uh-oh.
the twists and turns
Being video called.
of the
I'm being video
Bernese
called.
Alps.
Okay. So we're doing... Well, are we back at Bernie's? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I can hear myself. That's awkward. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, I wish Tyler was still here so he can watch this. Since you can see the whole track and follow battles the camera miss, over racing one thing's better live than on TV. I'll have to try it. Whenever they come back out here, I'll give it a shot. We'll see how that goes. And plus, I think tickets aren't terribly expensive for a NASCAR. I think in terms of going and watching a motorsport live, it's cheaper. All right, it's F430, R8, C6Z, Cigaris, 8C. That'll be interesting. We're definitely in theoretically one of the more underpowered cars here, but we're gonna make things work to our advantage here. Try not to freaking turn the tires into dust. And I turned the tires into dust. Is this the full circuit too? Or is this the short track? One of the shorter tracks. They have the nose and smell sensory inputs. Don't they run... I think they run ethanol now, don't they? Or mostly ethanol. So that might actually not be a bad smell. Burning rubber is a smell I don't like. But, get around this R8. Oh! Uh-oh. Pretend I didn't do that. Go ahead and cut. Am I still allowed to make jokes about Linus Tech Tips like that? Try the other way. Oops. I don't need brakes. Who needs brakes? We're really rolling right now. I think this is the full track, because I feel like I remember this. Got a lot of understeer coming out of that corner. Oh yeah, NASCARs are like insanely loud. Like I've been around a few, but I've never like been to an actual race and seen multiple of them. I have like a picture from like I was maybe 11 or 12 years old. It was when I actually cared about NASCAR when I was younger. I have a picture. For some reason at the church I went to at the time, they had Dale Jr.'s car just chilling at our church. And I think it was when NASCAR was in town that year. They brought a bunch of the cars to my area. And for some reason, dropped Dale Jr.'s car right in front of my church I went to. It's a really random place, considering I don't live in the major city. I'm like maybe an hour outside of it, and it's compared to other little metro cities around here. We're significantly smaller. Like I live in a considerably smaller town than some of the bigger suburbs of the main city here. Oh boy. Doing the controller pedal dance over here. I used to do that as a kid, where I would be pinning the throttle and like tap the brake going in the corners. I guess that hasn't left me on controllers, because I've been doing it like kind of off and on this entire stream, just kind of tapping the brake while being full throttle, trying to slow it down a touch. For some reason in my head it's easier than just taking my right index finger off the button. Uh-oh. 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 That might have hurt a lot in real life. I mean, I'm built different. I'd probably take that, but I'm kidding. I'm probably I'd probably be seriously injured in that. Got a good battle scar. Hope Tyler got to hear my NASCAR joke, as bad as it was. I'm not funny. I'd like to think I am, but I'm definitely not funny. Let's see if I can manage this. Oh boy. This car hates that corner. It just wants to understeer through it. It's ironic because it worked out. 94 was my number when I played sports. Yeah. Probably should hit the brakes. I don't know. It might have been able to go through that corner full out. I don't know about these. This one especially not, but maybe if I was in like an F1 car or something like that, I would have ate it. I was gonna say these are long laps, but this is like going around Spa in an F1 car kind of length. So I mean, it's not that bad. Or I don't know about F1. I think F1's faster around Spa than minute 40s, minute 30s, minute 30s maybe. I want to visit there one day too. I'd love to go to Belgium for that. Oh gosh, that was really aggressive snap oversteer. Whew. I mean, that downshift may have been unnecessary. I might have been able to keep it in fourth there. This is definitely good. It's definitely a really good car. Like, I'm more of an understeery guy. I prefer my driving style favors more understeer than oversteer. But like this car is like I said, I think during the Road Atlanta race just a few races ago, like this car drives like it's catchable oversteer. It's not like the 190 was where I was having a really hard time catching it. The 190 was just like wanting to snap everywhere. The Renault 5 too, for that matter. The Renault 5 was a little bit snappy, and I had a really hard time catching it. And that is a race W once again. Took a good beating during that race in terms of the body, but I already got level 4 affinity. That was quick. I did not think I had gotten there that fast. I mean, this is the only Nissan I've given any time. Okay, where are we off to next?
Welcome back to
Oh boy, are we going to Suzuka? Ah, Tsukuba. Not quite as fun.
Of the Tsukuba circuit.
It's like, yeah, let's just give you all the Nissan races. I'm fine with it because I'm having a good time driving this 370. I'm having a really good time driving this car. Tsukuba Doobie Doo. Where are you? I love it. That's a good one. Tsukuba diving. As much as I hate to say this, I need to leave 4am is not healthy. Totally. Get some good rest. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, gosh. Oh, I thought that said R35. I was like, oh, man, I'm in trouble. Tis just a R34. Still scary. Okay. I saw a G37, so I have another friend who has one of those. Maybe we'll smack it around in his arm. It's even a white one. How about that? My friends have VQs. I am definitely an odd man out driving a Volkswagen. When 3 of my friends have VQs. 3 of them have Mazda Speed 3s. One of which owns a VQ and a Speed 3. You'll see me again soon. Bye. Alright, have a good one. Oh. Ah! I was talking all that smack about catching up that G37, and I'm the one who's in 6th. I talked all that game. Ow. I'm getting past my G35s, and that's bothering me. I'm not good at Tsukuba, though. Which is weird, because I've done probably hundreds of laps over the years on this track. Between, like, Gran Turismo 4, 5, 6, like, all that stuff. 7. Oh, that 350 went wide. Reel this race back in. So I've got way more top end than these G35s. That 37's kind of quick, though. Oh, man. Come on, can you get out of the way, please? See if I can snake by. Do I want to try an inside move? No, I'm not trying an inside move. Oh boy. Come on. Inside line. Ah, why is this G37 giving me such a hard time? I'll just... Okay, thanks for pushing me in the grass. I mean, granted, that was kind of my fault, but... I'm gonna George Russell it and say it wasn't my fault. I don't know why I try to be funny. The joke was terrible. See if I can reel in these two. That R34, I think, is... Oh, it's the second. 370's winning this. What? Man, R34 is fast. See if I can reel these two in on the last lap. I'm fine with taking a podium finish here, but I would much rather win, especially since I'm in a pretty built 370. Yeah, Forza does a good job with the VQ noises. A lot of the cars, I don't think they did a good job on, but they nailed the VQ. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, he fumbled it a little bit. He fumbled it. Come on. Come on. That white Z is fast. I don't know if I can catch him. Power through, power through. Oh, I'm gonna understeer in the gravel. No, dang. Not Horizon 5, in my opinion. I built my car and it's just not the same. Yeah, Horizon 5 was kind of a downturn on exhaust note. But I feel like, I don't know, I personally feel like Horizon 5 was rushed. I don't think that game was ready for launch when it came out. How am I already a level 5 affinity on Nissan? Like, that's weird. Because, like, this is the only Nissan I've driven in this playthrough, I think. Because, like, I have several. Like, I have the S15 now. Oh, man. I like the Cuda. But C2 is one of my favorite vets. I don't even like classic cars. What are we thinking, fellas? Barracuda or a C2 vet? I have one friend who hates classic cars, and if he were watching this right now, and if he were talking to me right now while I'm playing this, he'll be like, I'd rather walk. He might be watching, I don't know. Mopar, no car. I guess I'll give it a shot. I've been a very, very aggressive Mopar hater this entire, well, for a while now. I'm going to go Cuda, though. It's got to be purple. That's like my favorite color when it comes to Mopar in general, really. I mean, B5 blue was good on the Challengers. That's a good color. But I've always liked the purples.
And you're off once again.
Ironic, I won a Barracuda in a Japanese race. Oh, now we're up to Motegi. We didn't go very far. Is this, oh, man. Oh, it's a multi-classer. D class being the slower class here. And we've got one that's got class of E-class cars is the secondary. That's slow. We'll do that, because I'd like to see the slow cars trying to fight with A-classers. A-class is significantly faster. Man, it's loading time. And I guess it's loading in 2 classes worth of cars. Why did it choose such a small track, though? Like, this is a pretty small track for a multi-class like this. I would have rather have done, like, I think it's Tsukuba West or Tsukuba East. This might be Tsukuba West. Or Twin Ring West. Oh, this is Twin Ring West. Gosh, Motegi West. I think it was East I was thinking of. Talk about a speed gap. Yeah, this could be brutal. Especially, yeah, this track's way too small for this. Okay, our group, we've got me. We got a F430, a C6Z, a Viper, a 4GT, and an SL65, which I'd imagine is a Black Series. And then our second class, we've got a Citroen C4, a Fiesta, a Yaris, a Scion XD, a Honda Fit, and a Nissan Versa. So definitely a giant speed gap between these 2 cars. I mean, this is about to be bad. I'll probably lap at least the majority of the E-Class twice, I could see. I mean, we've got 5 laps, and it's a speed-based track like this. We'll just blow the tires off. Get passed by the Ferrari. Not my dream car and my current car racing. Don't worry, we'll assert the dominance at the Z. Okay, I didn't even think he actually hit me. But all right. How does the GT get beat by the Viper and the Vet? Man, those 2 are fast. That was kind of a sketch there. I wasn't paying very good attention. I've never been good at Motegi, but I'm going to give my best shot here. Man. Come on. So I can power through here a little bit. Like I said, this car is like, if I had to have an oversteer happy car, this has been great, because I can just catch it so easily. Whereas, like I said, in the 190E earlier, I was struggling. Oh, hello, Ferrari. No, can't have that corner. It's my corner. But yeah, 190 had such aggressive snap oversteer, whereas this doesn't at all. Like, it's got some snap to it, but it's totally like easy to grab mid drift and save it. And I think it drives better in this game than it does in GT. Like, I have a 370 and Gran Turismo 7 that's supercharged, and it's atrocious on oversteer. But, like, I don't know, maybe it's age. This game's physics might be a bit more understeer biased. But it drives so good in this game. Oops. That doesn't make any sense. In real life, that would not happen. I've complained about the grass and gravel physics every episode of this so far, but I mean, it is frustrating because I just lost the lead to the F430 over that. Here we go, lapping the entirety of the E-Class grid here. Freaking everyday traffic out here, just on the track. Ha! Get blocked, kid. Ow. Hey, I made it past him at least, so I'll take the contact when I get past him. Citroen a little bit here, about hit him. I about had karma on that one after making fun of the Ferrari for getting blocked by that car. Oh, that's a lot of understeer. Or me just needing driver mod. Probably both. Well, I was wrong about lapping him twice, but we at least lapped him once. Probably should pay attention. This thing sounds good too. Like, it's got a good noise to it. I think Tyler talking about Horizon 5 earlier. Horizon 5 did actually do an update on the exhaust of BQ, so it might sound better now. Unless you did that, unless you built your car in there recently. Do the pit wall drive-by. And across the line with another dub. The F430 was coming for me, but I was prepared for it, so I was able to get away from him a little bit.
Today it's back to the Rhine Valley of Baden-Württemberg,
Where are we heading to now?
Germany.
Hockenheim, okay.
Hockenheim Ring.
A-Class World Championship. Are we already at that point in the season? Hold on. Oh, no. Let's see. What other class events do we have here? Because I'm rolling in money right now. Swap over to the R32 again. Bring that track back to F1. Right! There was an update last Saturday or Sunday. I haven't driven the Z since the update. My 2003 Lightning gets most of the miles. That's a good choice for Forza. Oh, they do have an S-Class world title. Do I want to run the R32 though? Because I mean, we put some miles on this thing. How many miles did I put on it? Only 21 miles. How many miles did we put on the Z? I put more miles on the Z than the R32, and the R32's been in more episodes. What about the Mark II? We've done 22 in the Mark II. I think the speed, we only did one event in it, so yeah, 4 miles. And the rest of these I've not driven yet. I think I drove the Camaro, which I think I put in a decent bit of miles because I kept trying to freaking win that event. The Seat we did I think a couple of races with. 7 miles. Did I drive the Fit at all? I did. And then we haven't driven the Datsun yet. The Spark, our starter. I've driven it less miles than the majority of the garage. Tyler, what you think? We drive the Golf or we build a new car? Because I mean, I've got 100 grand. Or Ian or anybody. We building a new toy? Are we getting a new toy? Or are we driving the Golf? I want to keep the Z in A-Class. I think that's a car that would be fantastic for A-Class events. And now that I have another A-Class car, because the S5 was my dedicated A-Classer for a while, but the Z is significantly better. All right, we got to vote for a new car. Giulia Quad. I don't think the Giulia was in this game. I think this game came out before the Giulia did. This game came out in 2011. We got the AC, but that's significantly more. Hot take, I like the Brera. I think it's a good looking car. Is this it's a V6 car. Brera Italia Independent. That's an interesting name for a car. The Italia part's fine, but the Independent, what's the Independent have anything to do with it? Independent rear suspension? The Mito. I'm torn on the Mito. Part of me finds it hideous, but part of me is like, it's got the Abarth powertrain. And the sexes are cheap. Let's see what else we can do. Aston. I would not mind doing an Aston. I remember the Brera was one of the early cars one of the cars you could get early in Forza Motorsport 3. I haven't played 3 enough to know for sure on that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've done a B5 in GT2. Do I give the B5 another chance, guys? I mean, I have been like, I hover over it, and I would not mind building another one in another Let's Play. I mean, the Gran Turismo 2 Let's Play, that car was so horribly lambasted because of just I think it was more my choice of opponents for it. But I wouldn't be opposed to building it in a game where I know it could really put up a fight. Because I mean, to be real, Forza's always had significantly better performance upgrades than Gran Turismo. Even though, oh man. Let's see. Do TTRS might be fun. But the wagon. Where's the wagon at? Oh, the RS2. You're wanting to go RS2? I think we should do an RS2? I've never given this car the time of day before. I'm down to build an RS2, guys. I think the added wheelbase over the Golf will be good for it. I think that'll help us out a lot in terms of handling. I think this is a 5-cylinder car too, yeah. So that'd be a new one. All right, RS2. Let's do it. Big turbo RS2. I like the sound of that. This is going straight to S2 or S class, so I feel like there's only one correct color to buy an RS2 in, and it's Nagaro. Rear wheel bias. I don't hate myself that much, but I mean, I'll get the customizable diff so we can try it. I might hate it because, like I said, I'm an understeer kind of guy. Let's see. We can do put the 4.2 in it or make it rear wheel drive. Neither of which I intend to do. So we're probably gonna make it ugly a little bit by putting the wing on it, but we're going for extreme grip and aero. So. Because this is going to be the next big... Wait a second. Have I gotten a high affinity with Audi too? I did not realize I had a high affinity with Audi too. That's nice. That's going to save me a lot of money. I'm going to break off from doing the BBSs. I do the BBSs on everything. What Buddy Club wheels do we got? Not a fan. I didn't even have to see them on the car. I think there's a set of Gimbala wheels that look just like the stocks. Graham light might have a good option. The 57 Optimise. Look pretty good. I don't know about HREs. Let's see. Well, HREs look fine. I don't know. I have Koenigs on my actual car, but I'm not really keen on any of these really. Let's see some TEs. I'm seeing a lot of Euro cars on TEs lately, and I've been actually kind of liking it. I get down with that. Maybe change the color. Let's do it. Why not? We'll throw TEs on it. Be that guy for a minute. Lexani? I'll take a look at Lexani. I got the money to spend to not be dedicated to a wheel. Oh, no. 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 Just no. Oh. Oh. That was bad. What is this? 18s? I think we'll leave the 17s on it. Alright, let's just not... We'll pretend we're blowing money, but we're not, since all the parts are free. We'll do the diff, so we'll mess with the bias a little bit on the all-wheel drive. So we're just trying to get to the top of S-Class. We'll see if this is better than the R32 Golf. We're going realistic, so we're putting a cage in it. That's sick that I can build this car for virtually nothing. Do a cat back. I think we're running out of room though. Oh man, yeah, we break into R3. Cranking up too much power. Just under 500. It's actually not as crazy as I expected it. I expected it to actually be faster in terms of horsepower, but it might handle better. I think I think the handling's actually lower than the Golf is. I think I cannot do anything else without breaching. I didn't even put the... Oh yeah, I didn't even put the big boy on there. Maybe some tuning adjustments will be able to get a higher handling score out of this. Let's see how it looks. I like that. The weird wheel color, maybe not, but do like some bronze kind of color. See if I can do good on bronze. I think I could probably just come here and I don't think we're gonna find a good bronze. See if we can try to make a bronze, but that's close. We'll go with it. I like the RS2, so it's gonna be kind of fun to play around with. We're going to do who do we want to quote unquote title sponsor to be? Or Schmotul was a sponsor here, or one of the manufacturer decals. Or Michelin. Oh, Michelin is one. There we go. We'll just do a Michelin car. Tis Michelin. And we'll do. We'll do 7 for this car. And then, what wheel brand do we put on this car? Volks. Volks not one of the sponsors. That sucks. We'll do a small Shell logo in the back, because that's my preferred gas station. Okay. Easy peasy, just like that. And I think 7 was the number we chose. Or, right, I mean me. It's gonna look a little funky, but screw it. And then need to do this, and then I gotta reverse the values on the 7 because the 7 is goofy looking. There we go. We'll just slap a giant Michelin logo on the hood, and voila, we'll have a race car. That pretty big. And voila. Racing RS2. Alright, let's go take some dubs, guys. Dang. Alright. Class S World Championship on Hockenheimring. See what this this RS2 can do. Two heat race should be fun. I mean, I think the longer wheelbase versus the Golf, this should handle. I probably have less snap, but I could be completely surprised here. This thing could drive like complete dog water for all I know. But we haven't done any wagons on this channel yet, so we're going to do it. So this is the national circuit. I don't think this is the full Hockenheimring, but could be wrong. National might be the actual circuit. Or is it the GP, or is it a Hockenheim GP circuit? I don't know. I think National's a short track. But let's do some tuning on this car. I'm going to mess with the tire pressure a little bit. We're going to get down to about 25 pounds. Maybe like free up some grip. We'll make the gearing a little bit taller. Nothing crazy. I think the damping and the stiff characteristics on the suspension, it's going to be more understeer biased. And just for you, Tyler, we'll rear bias it. We'll do 70-30 bias. If I hate it, I'm changing it for Heat 2. But all right, so our grid, we got, oh gosh, Reventon, 599 GTO. We've got a roof. We've got a 12C GTR, Murcielago 458, an R8 V10, Corvette ZR1, an LFA, and an SLS. So it's a pretty stacked grid. Hopefully we stand a chance. Come on, little 5-cylinder. Ooh, that launch was sick. Okay. Sorry, roof. Okay, okay. I get it. I bumped you. I remember Doug DeMuro had one of these briefly. I think he got rid of it pretty recently, but it was so cool that he had one. So I think these things are pretty hard to find in the States. Come on. Pull away on the Lambo. Dang it. I was hoping we had a car that could pull on the Lambo. So I think the Golf couldn't pull on it either. Gosh dang, get out of the way. Uh-oh, gosh. The rear bias isn't terrible. It drives kind of like the Z. It's a little bit more planted than the Z, but like it does have some oversteer to it. I think I'd have preferred like a 60-40, but this isn't terrible. That Lambo is out to get me. 5-cylinder sounds sick though. It's no Daza, but man, I'm gonna be fighting that Lambo, aren't I? Why are you hitting the brakes? That thing, I know that car can handle this stuff. And the roof too. Goodness. Come on. This isn't the kind of race for that. I know an RS2 wants to go off-road, but... Oh man, the Ferrari took that corner so slow. Open the door a little bit for us here. Alright, we got him on the inside. That was a good move. But I don't know how long it'll last me being ahead of him, because that Ferrari is definitely built for this and I'm not. Oh boy, I goofed that. Just pretend I didn't do that. He tried the inside line, but I had him covered. RS2 drives are really good. It's not as snappy as the Golf is, but it's also not as understeery as the Golf is. This is about what I expected the handling to be like. I expected it to handle like this. Oh, a little bit of a four-wheel drift. I hear that 599 right on me. It's the 730 split that makes it so good. Yeah, it drives really well. I think maybe a 65-45, I think. That's what I'm thinking of. No, 65-35 would be a pretty solid split for this car too. Get a little bit more front end on it. But I don't mind the 70-30. It's catchable. Like, I'd say it's probably a bit grippier than the Z is. And I like how the Z drives, so. That 5-cylinder noise is so good. Closest thing we'll get to having the RS3 and the released Forza Motorsport title. I know obviously the new one's gonna have the RS3. Always worry about front end asking too much, giving too much understeer. Yeah, some cars I've learned have that issue, like the Golf did, the R32 did. Maybe I needed to do the R32 the same torque split, because I didn't really mess with the R32 at all. And that may have made it a little bit better, because it had a lot of understeer when it wasn't snap oversteering. It was one of those weird cars where it would snap one corner and then understeer the next. botched that pretty bad. Probably botched that a little bit. Come on, out of the dirt, out of the dirt, out of the dirt. No! Oh, he bumped me, but I stayed ahead, so. Come on. And across the line. Phew, that was tough. In a good way. Like I knew I had a good shot, but that was a tough race. That 599 was, especially in that last lap, giving me a really hard time. Okay, level 16. Get a new choice of cars. Level 5 Affinity with Audi. Let's see, are we going to get to choose the car now, or do we have to do Heat 2 first? Okay, I figured. I was going to look at the grid again. It's the same grid. Probably the same race, to be honest. I notice Heat 2, I always have a harder time, though. I don't know what it is with Heat 2. I struggle more with Heat 2, so we'll see how this goes. Limiter, though. That's not cool. Oh, the Lambo about hit the MP4 there. GTR is giving a good fight. That roof, though. See if I can... Uh-oh. Big crash. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. Oh, man, there's a lot of contact here. I'm having to, like, really fight not to hit these guys, but they're making it really difficult. That 12C is like, hey, you like my door? Have some more of it. Ah! The roof trying to kill me over here. Oh, man, the brakes glowing on that 599. Man, that roof just ruined me. I didn't want to hit him, but he brought me to a near halt. Why is that roof taking these corners so slow? Is that not a Turbo S? Like underneath? That's all-wheel drive. It should be. Ah! Getting sandwiched. They're like actively trying to kill me this race. Oh, come on. That was sketch. Don't hit the roof. Don't hit the roof. Whew. Caught it, but that was tricky. Come on. Can't quite power through that easily, but... Okay, come on, come on, come on. Pull on the Lambo, pull on the Lambo. Dang it, come on. A bit of a oversteer there, but easy to manage. Oh, I mean, it came in a little too hot there. I'm not going to rewind. I'm going to take that like a man. Even though I haven't been lately, I've been rewinding any chance I get, but I know I can rebound from it. Especially by just hitting the back of the Lamborghini just like that. I promise on a real track I wouldn't drive like this. I'd be a little bit more cautious. Probably to my detriment in terms of finishing high, but there's actual human lives at stake. Ah, really not trying to hit y'all, but y'all are just kind of asking for it with those lines y'all are taking. Might be victim blaming a little bit there, but. I remember a glitch where you can take a forced induction car and make it NA by uh by buying and selling TTs. Interesting. Didn't know that. Like eligible for like NA races and stuff, I guess. We're running away a little bit, but I know that Reventon's got some absurd top end speed, so he might catch me. Oh goodness, that corner is getting me. It's fine, I didn't go off this time. Oh man, what is going on with me right now? Oh man, well that's a slide. Come on. That also lowers PP points too. It's weird. I really like the RS2. I think I like this more than the R32 Golf that I was driving. Like, it just feels a bit more planted. I think it's slower. Oh, the Lambo trying on the inside there. You almost had it, but you didn't. So I just won. Whew. That was a little bit chaotic, guys. That was a pretty chaotic race. Man. Oh, we got some Italian muscle. Di Tommaso Pantera. Okay, that's a good choice. The Miura and the 305 GTB4. I think like this is an obvious choice. A very obvious choice. Because I'm not keen on the Pantera. Hot take. It just kind of exists to me. And the 365 is fine. But I like the Miura P400. It's a pretty solid car. However, I'm getting it in yellow. Pretty impressed with the RS2 though. That was a pretty good driving car.
Today we return to New Hampshire for another event on
Got Maple Valley next.
Maple
Straight to
Valley
jail. Oh, it's a wagon event. How about that? That's a B-class race. So we're back in a B-class car. Is there at least an A-class? Like, can I drive the 370? I think we may do one last event for the night. I'm getting pretty tired. Now there's an S-class event, but it's only for Asian cars, so maybe that's why it wasn't showing me that for the whatchamacallit. I can't do a normal aspiration runoff because I'm in a forced induction car. Because I supercharged the 370. But we'll do the A-Class World Tour. This will be our final race for the night. We've been on here for 2 hours. I'm getting pretty beat. We made a pretty good way through the semi-pro series. I mean, we're about to wrap up semi-pro. I mean, we've had a lot of fun this episode. I mean, we had some competitive races with some fun cars, and yeah, it's been a fun one for sure. Probably my favorite episode so far of the live Let's Play that we've done so far is this. Freaking lame, I know. I'm just getting tired. Maybe we'll do another one after this. Maybe we'll do an encore race. It's already late, but I'm pretty tired. But okay, I'll do this one. I'll do one more and we'll call it. Okay. Because this should be, what, 3 or 4 laps? I mean, and Maple Valley is a short track. I think I can do, like, I'm trying to remember my actual lap times. Maybe my disdain for the Petit Tommaso Panteras because I just didn't grow up around them. Like, they didn't have the same hype that the oh goodness, like the Mira does. So like all the other race games I played had the Mira in them, like Gran Turismo and Midnight Club LA. Things of that nature. I don't know why, but smacking up on the Corvette in a 370Z is so satisfying. When I'm actually near it. I can't remember how much power this thing's making, because I feel like I should be passing the Z06. Oh, he let off in that corner. What a lame-o. Oh man. Race leader just went way off. Was that a 458 or a F430? F430, yeah, he just went way off. He ran that junk too wide. I'm top 500 on this track in Forza 7 too. This is another track I'm pretty good at. And that doggone Porsche. I need to try it with the new 919 I got now, because the one I'd been driving, the 2017 model, I was killing it with, but I think that 2014 one is significantly faster. I don't remember this corner being this uphill on 7. Maybe it's always been like that. Maybe they just had more trees on this one. So I don't know. Oh goodness, two-wheeling. If you're on a gamepad, pressing up on the D-pad pulls up telemetry. Yeah, my up button on my D-pad actually doesn't work all that well on this controller. It's a long story. But maybe I'll see if I can at least kind of get it. Oh, there we go. How about that? I don't know. At least it worked. The D-pad kind of works intermittently on this controller. The one, at least it works. The previous one I had didn't work at all when I first bought the 360. So I complained, and they sent me a new one, no questions asked. It just happened to be one that worked, and the D-pad is intermittent. It's only the up button. The other buttons in the D-pad work perfectly fine. Two-wheeling again. I'm just not doing too well on the curbs in this track. How low the boost is. I wasn't even getting a good look at that. Oh, I think that's bar, is it not? No, it's definitely pounds. There's no way it's only running 2 pounds of boost, though. That might be bar. That car guy in the chat. Oh, I'm in the wall. I'm not paying good enough attention to this anymore. 3 PSI, yeah. That car guy goes back a long way on my main channel. He's been a long time subscriber of the main channel. Oh crap. 380 crank though, so that makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely pretty tame for a boosted Z, but for A-Class I think it's pretty solid. Oh man, dirt dropping hard there. It has been a while, but Grant, I haven't streamed on the main channel in a long time. I stopped doing it. I just felt like I wasn't able to do like very entertaining streams on the main channel. At least with this, there's something to watch, you know. So I have a lot more fun streaming on this channel than I did the main one. I just felt like I just wasn't entertaining at all. Like, you know, we did like, well, I mean, sure, we did like podcast style streams, but you know, I find this like way easier to be more entertaining with, especially because I apparently don't have very good driver mod and controller. swear that hill was not that steep on Forza 7. I could be wrong though. I do like this track though. Maple Valley is one of my favorite tracks. Oh man, that two-wheel really ruined me there. But it's fine. I can take this flat out, probably. Yeah, totally. Sheesh. Alright, that's another win. Alright, so I promised one more race. Roanoke tropical storm here, heavy winds and heavy rain. Are you out in California? I know California is getting a pretty good beat down right now, unfortunately. The storms there. Or were you more northern? I can't remember. I know we talked about it before. I can't remember. Oh, wow, that's ironic. Because I had a Speedster Turbo earlier in the playthrough. I'm getting another one. And this one I have to pay for. The one I had earlier in the Let's Play, I actually bought. Question is, do I get another yellow one? Mine was yellow. The previous one I had. But I'm also... Let's do green this time. I don't have any green cars, I think. And well, bam. All right. I promised Tyler one more race, so we'll do one more run, one more fun event. What we got? Something good? Silverstone, one of my favorites. Okay. Is this the full GP circuit? Oh, this game hates me. We got a Class A European Tour. There's not a lot of events for Class A in this. It's a hardtop Solstice. It's what I wish the Solstice. What's what I wish the Solstice was. That would have been cool if they had brought the Speedster over to the States as the Solstice instead of giving us the Solstice. Like it's not like I feel like the Solstice GXP and the Sky Redline are slept on a little bit. I think I preferred the Sky over the Solstice, but I think it'd be cooler if they had just brought over the mid-engine car. I don't know why they didn't, because that would have been a great car for Pontiac to go out on. On top, alongside the GTO at the time. All right, so for our final race, it's kind of the normal grid here. F430, Cigaris, 8C, LM85, Spiker C8. We got XKRS for our California, and an E92 M3. I like to see the E92 out here. I think that's would have been a pretty rare one. Make the GXP and give it an LS. Adam will see it. I mean, I don't think Adam's mom's was a GXP though. I think hers was a bog standard Solstice. For having traction on, it blows the tires off. Hopefully I can beat the Spiker. I think that would be a threat. But I know the Ferrari's obviously going to be really fast. I hate it's not the full circuit. What is with them not giving us the full Silverstone GP circuit? Okay, Spiker. Trying to kill me, I guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. That TVR is quick. He's right up on the F430 there. See that? We can watch that 3 pounds of boost. Yes, so much boost. I run like 26 pounds more than that in my car. Ed Bullion has a Spiker. I know there wasn't a lot of Spiker C8s sold in the country. Like, I knew Ed Bullion had money. I didn't think he had that much money. I know Spikers, I know since there's not a lot of them, they cost a fortune. And they have the Audi 4.2, which is kind of weird. Bought it from Missy Elliott had a Spiker C8, and then Ed Bullion bought it. Oh boy! Pretend I didn't do that. Just time travel. The Cigaris has got a lot of top end. I guess I'm not used to hearing like celebrities I wouldn't think be into cars. Like apparently Taylor Swift owns several Turbo S's. The only reason I know that is because my girlfriend told me about it, because she's a hardcore Swiftie. Hasn't made it to CNO yet. I'm a big Ed fan. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. Because I feel like that's a car that just isn't talked about much in the States. Like, I know in Europe it had a bit of a legacy. Oh, man. Cigaris is really playing hard to get here. Can they go on the outside? Yes, sir. I think he's going to top end me here, though. The F430 is a real threat in this track. I think the top end he's got is ridiculous. Because I think, like I said, I'm only making 380 horsepower. So, if we were in S-Class, I feel like this car would be dominant. But I like this car in A. Keeps the races tight. Come on, I need to get around this Ferrari. He's got a lot of straight line speed. The Cigar's like a proper British Z. TBR would have been cool to have in the States. Another brand we missed out on. Unless they were. I've never heard of a TBR being sold in the States. Oh, are we going to get him? Oh! Oh, he almost had it. On the inside. A little bit of bumping. I play defense. Me and Tyler were just talking about the Speed 12 recently. So I think you said only one of them has an actual TBR motor in them, right? That was tight. The Cigaris and the F430 were like right on my bumper there at the end. I think that was a good way to close the night out. You know, a second to last corner pass. That was pretty good. One real Speed 12, yeah. The rest had what? I can't remember what motor you said. It wasn't a Jaguar motor, was it? I think it was a Mercedes motor, wasn't it? Oh man, come on, the Nürburgring GP circuit. But I'm beat now. Oh, it's not even the real track. Oh, it's autocross. I lied. We're doing one more event. We're doing one more event, guys. I'm hooked. I'm tired, but I'm hooked. We'll do one more event. One more. Because this should be kind of fun. And then I'm definitely getting off for the night. 100% after this. See how the Z does in autocross. I did when plus we closed out last stream on an autocross with the Renault 5. Maybe we close this one out. Blow the tires off. I love this track. My cousin was just here, and I can't wait to go myself one day. Whew. It passed me and I bumped it. I guess because I was most of the way through it. Oh gosh! I bumped that one. It's fine. First one we bumped all lap. This drives way better than the Renault 5 though. Like, the Renault had a lot of snap. Dang it. Barely nicked that one. Bosh that a little bit, it's fine. I might actually get to do real autocross in my car soon, depending on the turbo install on that thing. I'm still on a base map the day of the autocross. Because I don't think I should autocross that car in a base map. I think it's just a recipe for losing a piston. Ah! I just straight up hit that one. There's no way around it. I freaking balked that one. Oh, that first gear was pointless. Off-road. I think I only hit 3. I did only hit 3. Nice. Money. That was great. If I get off the base map in time on the turbo, because I'm hoping we can install that weekend prior to it, I would be more than down to do it. I'm sketchy on a base map. EQT has legendarily good base maps, but I also don't want to chance it and drop a piston on an $8,000 motor.
For a race on the world-renowned Suzuka circuit.
Suzuka's good, but I need to stop. It's 11 p.m. I think it's time to wrap it up for the night. Even though the West Circuit is short, I shouldn't. I shall not. But what an episode. I mean, we got a lot done. I have 170K in the bank. The Z has just been dominant. I don't think this car is finished below first. We've done 40. I have won 103 of the 70 grand that's in the bank in this car. It's been great. And we've driven 50 miles an hour, which I think is the highest of the mileages here. We'll do, can I do like based off of mileage? List view. Guess not, but I think it's by far the car put the most mileage in. Because I think the only other one was the R32 Golf. She's barely broken in, yeah. But let's see, what can we do to it? Because like I feel like we could probably crank the power up more and put it into S, but I'm trying not to put it in S. Yeah, we're on a street blower. If we went up to a race blower, we'd be making 411 horsepower. But I'd imagine we'd be making a significant larger amount of boost. Maybe we'll do it at some point. I like this car being in S class though, so maybe we'll build a 350 and that'll replace it for A. Because I mean, I'd imagine with how good it drives in A, it would, like with only a little bit more power, it would drive really well in S. Maybe when we go to R class stuff, when R class stuff comes up soon, we'll bump it up. Which I'd imagine we're not too far off. Because that car drives so good, and I think it would be a great car for an R-Class build. But I think we've reached our end for the evening. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a really fun stream. At one point I saw we had quite a bit of a crowd in here, which was really good to see. Thank you guys for tuning in for this one. It's been great. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully soon I'll get around to doing the Let's Play. I think we're going to stick with just doing the live ones until we finish Forza 4, and then I'll go back to doing standard uploaded ones. Dat Car Guy, I don't know if you've been following this channel for a while. I've done a full GT2 Plus Let's Play, so if you want to see me play through GT2 for the first time, that's somewhere on here. It's like a 23-part series. Beat the game all the way through to get the credits, or not the credits, but complete the professional league and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. And yeah, good to see you stream. It's been a while. Like I was so hesitant to do this, but like I got the idea just out of nowhere. And my girlfriend bought me a capture card for my birthday this past week, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do a live Let's Play, and here we are. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks to Tyler for coming in and watching and moderating, and thank you guys for tuning in, of course. And yeah, see you guys later. Have a great day, guys, or night, wherever you are.